So I had one last question. We probably got to wrap it up in a little bit. But so this gadget I was talking about. So we saw something. Was it on Instagram, Willow? I think we saw it. And
I think I've sent it to you if it's what I think it is.
I'm just dying. I had to bring it up. I had to bring it up. But there was a couple of things that we brought. What was the other one, Willow? There was two things that we saw that was, I was like,
So I've seen
good
two
lordy.
things.
It was the one that was like you hold it and it like swipes back and forth.
Like a whip shade
Oh
of it.
yeah, and it put in the like you didn't have to do anything, Carrie.
Could you
you would
imagine
just
whip
hold
shade in the
it.
head?
Oh,
You would
are
just
saying
hold
about
it.
that? No, dreadful.
Shocking.
And
lazy,
what was the other one we saw? We
lazy.
talked about too.
It just
I've seen a roller. Like, it looks like a pastry cutter.
Yes.
Have you seen that bad boy?
Do you know what will happen next? People will be getting. Do you know them micro rollers hit they for facials?
Oh, I know what it was.
I
know what it was. Okay, so yeah, so
And there's that machine that's got like a group of needles that just goes.
yes, it puts the
No.
dots in.
That's
So
not
it's a
creative.
machine.
I think it's lazy. Do you know what?
I love it. I'm the same
think-
way.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I don't
it's
think-
great that needles have got better. Everything's got better, like because things evolve and we have more knowledge and experience. and stuff,
artists
We
but-
do
have
it
gotten
because we're
better.
artists. We
Yes.
do
Yeah.
we do the job not just for the money, the financial
It's the
gain,
passion, it's
but
the
for the
art.
the passion game, the art. We're artists.
Well, who do you think
There's
is
no
sitting
art.
there,
I
you know,
don't
behind
know.
the desk thinking, you know what?
I don't know.
This
Even with
is
all
revolutionary.
these amazing SMP artists and talent out there, I'm going to create this little
Cookie cutter.
Maybe it's just
roller.
like
tool that, yeah, you could just grab it and roll dots. Sorry, I'm
I'd
saying
like to
dots.
see, I'd like to
Lazy.
see the healed result, and in 5 years' time,
You might get a couple that heal well
I
because
don't
they've
think
hit
it's
correctly. They might have just hit the skin correctly on a
I don't know
couple
much
of bits,
about
but
them,
I just think it's lazy.
Like, well, it kind of I don't know.
Everyone's
I don't know
trying
about
to-
that, man. You're
everyone's
taking the
trying to-
artistry and the skill
I
right
just
out
think
of
you're
it.
taking it,
Yeah.
and that actually is.
Well,
it's annoying.
It is annoying.
And you're trying to like everyone, and there's nothing wrong with being innovative. I'm all for people growing and coming up with new ideas and being successful in business, but also people try and recreate the wheel too often, and it's
Yeah.
like
Just leave it.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might find your little flair and your little techniques. We all do that. That's how
Right.
we can market ourselves for sure. And people do have certain ways and methods that work good, but everyone's trying to, or a lot of people are trying to create this big innovative thing, and sometimes it's like
They want to be the one, don't they? Just be,
Yeah.
just be happy that you're really good at it
Right.
and you're doing that. Stop
Perfect
trying to invent
that.
something
Perfect
that you
that.
don't need.
Yeah.
AI, like we said last
AI.
night. It's like that. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Well, it's scary as all hell.
Yeah.
AI. But so the other I call them gadgets. The other I don't know what to say. Instrument
that's-
gadget.
thing.
But yeah, is it was a depth guard. It was this plastic thing
yeah.
you would
No.
put on the end of your machine.
No, because everyone's
Learn
skin's
your
that would
different. Learn it.
Yeah,
Learn
that
it.
would keep the needle.
And actually, that's not hard. Learning depth is easy. It's
It's
not.
just
it's
again,
just-
it's just lazy.
But then
isn't
you've got
it?
different you've got different.
Well, I
skin
think
depths.
it's-
you've got. What about then when you're working over scarring then?
Well,
because that's
we
going to be
hitting,
completely
yeah.
different.
Yeah, we had a whole conversation about it, and I think it's really that I didn't speak too much on the scalp thing because I don't do scalp, but I thought, man, I really want to talk to some scalp artists and see how they felt about this.
It's
But
not
the
for
depth
me.
guard,
It's a no
It's
from
a
me.
no from me.
Yeah.
I do not.
yeah.
Entertain
Well, I'm not
that.
even I don't even do SMP, and it was
I
a no
do not
for me.
entertain them
Right.
gadgets
But the
whatsoever.
depth guard, I think that puts newbies and artists, young artists, at a big, huge
Risk.
disadvantage because
And risky.
eventually you have to take off the training wheels.
Yeah, you do.
And you
Well, it's like
have
bowling,
to
isn't
learn
it?
it.
It's like
Learn
bowling
it.
with
Learn
the
just
gates
learn
up.
it.
Just learn it,
Learn
do
it.
it, and do it well.
Yeah.
You're
But
never learning
but
and
I
growing if
kinda
you're
think-
relying on technology.
I think these things, these safety guards, like the depth guard that you could put on the end of it, I think that's not having. I kind of see it as they don't
it's weird.
have. What's the word I'm looking for, Willow? Help me out. You always help me out. They don't have not passion, but when
Confidence.
they don't have the confidence in us
Yeah.
that we're able to learn that artists are
Actually,
able
it's
to
quite
learn
offensive.
that.
Isn't it?
It's a
It is
little
quite
offensive.
You've wound
We
her
need
up
to-
now.
yeah,
It's like
I
we
am.
can
I
learn
am.
depth. If you got into this industry, that's one of the very
your
first
depth.
things you have to learn.
It's part
Is
of
depth.
the industry.
It's
It's
part-
part of the job.
It's
It's part of the thing.
it's part of
what
the
is
technique.
It's
Yeah.
part, it is the whole
Yeah.
thing.
and you can put it off a little
This is
bit with a
going back
depth guard, but
lazy.
eventually that depth guard is not going to work for you because
No.
depth changes.
Learn your
it's like-
skill,
yeah.
learn it well.
Yeah.
Be be kind to yourself and knowing that you've got growth. You're going to get better and better and better the more you do,
Yeah.
and you do. The
And
more you do,
sometimes
the more you
getting
get
it
better.
wrong. We all, I've made mistakes doing my job in the past. You know, it's how you learn. My husband's
Yeah.
head. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
But it's
for
how you
me,
learn.
I personally, if that was offered to me, you know, early on, and that was offered to me, and you can use that, and you will never go too deep, or do you, I never would have chose the safety net of a depth guard, and that's brand new. I've never seen anything like it. It's this brand new thing that just popped up on Instagram.
I've
but-
seen
The
it
best
before.
gadget you'll ever have for any kind of tattoo work, SMP, permanent makeup, is these. Is
Yeah.
your hands.
It's your
That is it.
hands,
It's
your
your
artistic
hands.
eye,
Your
your
eye- it's-
brain,
it's
your
every-
thinking.
it's
Your
just-
knowledge, educate yourself,
Yeah.
learn. People
Just
do
use
one
it,
course and think
combine
they know
it.
everything.
Right.
And
Yeah.
And I would think you would want to if you
Well,
get
yeah.
into
Well,
I
this
find it really
industry.
strange when
That
someone would opt
isn't
for
that
them
like
gadgets.
passion? That's the
Yeah.
passion for learning, passion to want to learn it inside and out and all
Because we all, yeah,
all around.
we all start somewhere, don't you? You all take your first course, and
Yeah.
I think you can learn a lot from that. And you have a great trainer. We say to our students, keep learning. This
Yeah.
is just the beginning. You know,
Yeah.
we do a
Don't
really
stop.
bloody good course,
Yeah.
but keep learning. We offer them to come back for free and spend days with us on workshops because we're like, you still need to keep learning. You know, I've done tons of courses. Jess has
Yeah,
have
our
along
courses
the
don't
years.
just stop there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Watch,
forever, whatever you
integrate, like
need.
you say, get on the groups. You know, even if you're not posting, just sit and watch. That's fine. Read what people are saying, see
Yeah.
the controversies, and you know.
So if any, okay, so Carrie,
Mhm.
if we're gonna sign off here in a minute, some of our listeners,
Mhm.
fascinated with SMP, want to get into it,
Mhm.
ready,
Yep.
or not quite ready, but it's on their bucket list. What advice would you give them right now in their
Do
career?
it.
yeah,
Do it.
Do
Yeah.
it, because I just think, like we've said, it's been around for
What
a
about
while. but
online courses or hands-on
master
course?
Hands-on.
classes, but hands-on for beginners training. There's to us, and our students always say this, and we had it this week. You can't, as far as we're concerned, from our opinion, you can't learn that online. You might learn stuff and take a lot away from
Right.
that, but you know, when our students are working, we've got our fingers next to the needle
We're
almost.
holding
yeah,
the
yeah.
skin,
Feeling
checking
the
their
skin,
pressure. That's
vibration,
something
sounds.
it's so valuable.
So when you're
In-house training.
first learning SMP, if you've never done it
person.
before, it must be hands-on.
100%.
Once you've done hands-on and you're out
Then
there and you're
online's
doing
fine.
pretty good work,
Yeah.
Do a masterclass,
then
Yes.
absolutely.
online classes are okay.
And
just
they're
to
really
learn.
valuable then
There's
to
a big
keep up
place
to
for
date
'em.
with new techniques, what other people are doing. That is 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think a beginner,
Should be hands-on.
even if you're a permanent makeup artist or a tattooist,
Mhm.
it should still be hands-on because the pressure, the depth, the pigments, inks, you know, what we're using is completely different.
Okay.
We had a tattoo artist actually on that, an incredible tattoo artist that does a lot of pointillism work. And they were like, oh, you know, I just want to make sure I'm doing it right, basically. And they weren't being, you know, discrediting what we do. They paid to come to our course. So obviously they saw value in it.
Yeah.
But even, you'll probably know who I'm thinking of, someone else. But she said, she's like, it's so much harder and different than I thought. She's like, the pressure she went is, it's like a nano of a second difference between being too deep, not in the skin long enough.
Yeah.
It's so
It's
Well,
precise.
that
so-
skin's thin.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know
It's
how
thin.
precise it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's precision work.
It is.
100%. Okay, Jess.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
what can we ask you to what advice? What advice? Yeah, I want you to leave our listeners with something.
I just think that you should stay in line with what you are doing rather than getting too obsessed and overthinking what others are doing and worrying. I think that you should always invest in yourself, and if you want to do something, do it, be good at it, and be kind to yourself.
Okay.
And do
I
research.
love that.
Yeah,
With
definitely
your
do your
research.
research.
Well, if anybody's
Just
like
the only
anybody listening,
competition is you in life.
I believe that.
Invest in yourself and invest in training and invest in making friendships in the industry, actually,
Absolutely.
because no one knows everything.
Yeah.
No,
No.
one.
No. What's that saying we say, Willow? We're better together than we
100%.
Stronger together.
better together than we are. What's?
I'm blanking on it.
Oh, come on! It's our motto.
Might also come to the PMU festival.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to leave you
We're
with.
stronger together than we are alone.
It is, yeah.
But it
it's-
is-
I think
it's
it was
a-
more profound than that. I don't know.
I feel like it was harder hitting than
You
that.
made that sound really awkward.
Yeah, I know.
But it's true.
It
We're-
was
we're
better
stronger
than that, but
together,
that's
We
aren't
are
just.
stronger, united. We
So look, after listening to this, you know, and then when they go check out your Instagrams, like Scalp Sisters, that's where they can go check out
Yep.
your Instagrams, and from there they can find your personal Instagram, Carrie,
Yep.
and your personal
Yep.
Instagram, Jess. But Scalp Sisters on Instagram. So they're gonna probably feel drawn to you and want to take a class from you. You guys are over in the UK
Yep.
doing hands-on classes. So if someone lives over there in the UK or one of the European countries, quite easy, they can come do a hands-on class
Super
and
easy.
study under
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
You know, other areas of the world like America or that's
Well,
a
we'll
long
be
train
in.
to travel, but
But actually,
if
our
you've never
students travelled from all over this week, didn't they?
Yeah.
All across the country, which is so mind blowing. Like,
No,
Yeah.
we
no,
love that.
this class here this week that we
Yeah.
just had this week,
Yeah.
they came from all over the country.
Yeah.
But you are going to come back here every year.
We are
We're going to have you
definitely.
next year.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
We're
exciting.
excited.
And we're going to pick a
Yeah.
date rather soon so we can get
Yep.
it on the calendar
Yeah.
for next year.
Yep.
Some people do plan their classes out in
Yeah.
their budget for classes
100%.
a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
10
yeah.
months year in advance. So we'll do that. And you are working on an online course.
Yep.
Yep.
We
So
Yeah.
that will be
A
available
For a
right,
masterclass.
for a
A
masterclass.
masterclass.
Yep.
Masterclass,
A
yes.
Masterclass.
A
Well
master-
done,
class.
A
Terry.
masterclass. Yeah, I told you I hang out with
Very
you and I start
British.
talking English. I
Your
know.
English
I'm really
root's coming
British.
out now.
I got a little English blood in me.
So
you know,
London
I do.
accent coming out now.
But I wonder if
Oi,
other
oi,
people
treacle.
do that. Yeah. I wonder if other people do that. You hang out with like English people enough and you
Massively,
start talking
isn't it?
with an
Yeah.
English
Well,
accent.
we've got a slight different.
Do you start
accent.
talking with an
Yeah,
American
yeah,
accent?
Can you hear a difference in our like twangs and how we talk, or do we sound very the same to
So
you?
she
You all
says-
sound the same to me. No.
So she says nice,
Nice.
and I say nice.
I'll say nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's a
Anyway.
slight contrast. Like you don't pick it up.
Yeah.
You know, where I see a real difference is maybe like someone from Liverpool.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a real different. Or Scott. Yeah, I mean,
Very
that's a real
kook.
different. Or Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I've got Scottish blood.
Yeah, yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
yeah.
not a Scottish accent.
It's not a
No, but you
Scottish
sound so.
accent.
We
But,
established
yeah.
that on the plane.
No, we love the
But
English
thank you
accent. It's
so much
fantastic.
for having us.
Yeah, we have had
and
an absolute blast.
Yeah, it's
haven't
been
we, this
amazing.
week? And you guys are amazing. We love you and thank you for having us.
Oh, well, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. So,
Well, thank you.
and thank you for coming back here. I know, like you know, you got the next 2 or 3 days off to, go party, and you came
Been a
back
bit
to the
tired
studio
from
to
last
do
night,
this.
but-
Yeah, so I'm super
No,
stoked.
it's been a pleasure. We've loved coming in. So
Yeah,
thank
we're sending you home with some LA Pigment scalp colors.
yes,
Yes.
We've been talking about this actually.
Yeah.
we
haven't
have been. We've
Buzzing.
stopped.
Yeah.
Even when we were out last night, we were still talking about it. So
Still talking shop. as you
Yeah,
we
yeah.
should have our best, our best, sorry,
I'm-
our best business plans happen just
Unplanned.
unplanned. Yeah.
yeah,
So thank you.
yeah, or because of Nana.
Yeah.
Your
exactly.
Nana, right?
Exactly,
She had a
yeah.
premonition. She
She
had a.
did. Nanny
did.
Dot.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, she did.
Yeah,
All right.
she did.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank
Thank
you.
you.
I'm going to sign off. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging with me today with Carrie and Jess, Instagram Scalp Sisters. You can find them there. Stay in the pursuit of happiness, everyone, and we will see you next time.